when someone comes into the counseling setting and they're speaking of the anxiety they have, it's usually sort of anxiety or an indecisiveness or a problem that they're facing. I suppose one of the ways in which existential psychotherapy differs from perhaps more of the psychological front or the medical model even is that existen anxiety viewed, excuse me, through an existential lens is actually sort of the waking up moment. It's the moment where we actually recognize, even though we're not necessarily aware of it, that there are tensions within our lives that are
Yeah.
irreconcilable, and learning to
Yes.
manage that and see anxiety not as a problem to be solved, but almost as a dichotomy to manage. Would you say that
Yes.
that's a fairly accurate description of the existential process?
Yes. And this is really the focus of my latest book, which is Life Enhancing Anxiety, a
Mm,
key to a sane world. And the reason I talk about it that way is because anxiety is also a signal, as much as it's intimidating and very unnerving, etc., within our bodies. It's also a signal that we're on the edge of something different. Um, Another way to put this is that the level that I call life enhancing anxiety is the capacity to live with and make the best of the depth and mystery of existence. That's sort of the primal core of it, but in a more concrete way, and a way that I think we really are pursuing in making available to our clients existentially, is it's developing a capacity to live on the edge of wonder and discovery
mm,
as distinct from terror and overwhelm. So how do we model skills that help people to stay more on those edges of curiosity, of wonder about their battles, um, and of being able to stay with those battles? Because so often the staying with is key to coming into the more of who we are and recognizing, oh yeah, that person is scary as hell to me, but I'm mad as hell at that person, and I'm feeling that now. Uh-oh, you just shifted out of a place where you were small and imperceptible and could just be swatted away like a fly to a bear. What just happened there? So, okay, you're coming into the more, or I'm uncomfortable with something you just said as my therapist. That no, that's not right. That's not quite right. Okay, that's a shift out of a mode that I might have been in before, where I was very shy and reserved, and
mm, mm.
again, I made myself very small, or felt very small. But this is what a sacred space like depth therapy can provide for people, and a relationship with a person who has, traveled some of that terrain themselves can bring for a person to feel safe enough to come into these places that were otherwise uncomfortable or just outright terrifying.